Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. It's always a pleasure whenever you could get a chance to check out these episodes of Turf Talk 101. Me, Travon Smith, I always try to catch up with up and coming stars and athletes to showcase their talents. And the people may not know everybody. So we're here to kind of introduce whoever we come across. And this brother right here, Ikbahl, right?
Yeah.
Ikbahl. I had a chance to see him at the collegiate showcase. Corona Centennial. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But man, go ahead and tell everybody your name, what class you are, what position you play. Tell them your size too, and don't be humble.
All right. My name is Ikbahl Kassim. I'm class of 2025. I play interior lineman. I've played tackle before as well. And currently I am 6'2", 295.
And that's a big boy. That's a big boy. We'll talk about it. And you weren't one of these athletes that kind of bounce around at different high schools. You committed to all 4 years there, even though I'm pretty sure you had NIL deals out there somewhere. As you know, as the way the world is going, and you'll be blessed enough to deal with that NIL situation later on in your collegiate career. Let's talk a little bit about your freshman year at Centennial, because a lot of people come there and it's not the average, facility where you just come in and you just play. You got to know what you're doing, because it's big boys showing up and big boys that's ready to play.
Yeah, so I'll say freshman year, it's not just all fun and game. Freshman year, that's the time you can prove yourself.
Yeah.
That's the time where if you a dog, you a dog. You get pulled straight up to varsity. Now you get your reps and everybody got to eat. And one thing my coach always tell me is in this game, age don't really matter, and they're right about that. It's how good you are, what type of mentality you got. In freshman year, you really had to display that. You had to know what you was doing on the field. You had to work in the weight room. You had to work in the classroom as well. You had to keep up with everything.
Yes, sir. Talk a little bit about the season freshman year, because I know you had some up and downs, maybe not really downs, but it's part of a football man's journey. Talk a little bit about that.
So freshman year was a good year. It was my first time ever playing football, and going to a powerhouse school. It was like, let me see where I place in this. And I ended up starting on my freshman team. So later on, either at late season or at the end of the season, I ended up tearing my meniscus in my left knee, which set me back even more, as I had just got pulled up to varsity as well. So I couldn't practice at the time, and then I had to go into surgery to get it fixed.
Okay. So we're sliding into the sophomore year. Sophomore year, you kind of repaired, you kind of testing the knee out, right? Talk a little bit about how sophomore year goes.
So sophomore year went pretty good. I was playing on JV while getting some varsity reps in too, so it was pretty good. The knee felt good, felt stable. Got some good varsity reps in as well too. So sophomore year was pretty good. It was a pretty good year for me.
Sophomore year is usually when you start getting acclimated to the speed of the game, more practical reps, and things like that. Now, your junior year, which is currently over because you'll be a senior next year, you guys had a big season. I like what you guys did. I like how you guys put everything together. Talk a little bit about your junior year, as far as the mentality that you went into with your junior year, because you had a quarterback that was ready to go.
Yeah. So going into my junior year, from sophomore year, because we had a senior who had just graduated, so that opened up a spot, and I took that spot immediately, because I just had to flip that switch on just work and grind and work, just take that spot how bad I wanted it, so I ended up getting a spot. And honestly, it's a huge difference from playing freshman team or like JV to playing varsity. It's all high pace, high tempo mentality. You just gotta go, and you gotta get after it every day at practice. So I definitely say it's a big jump in mentality and the pace of how everything's run.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. I want to talk now. Let's talk a little bit about you in football. What was a couple of the games that you couldn't sleep the night before?
A couple of games I couldn't sleep the night before. Definitely my first game of junior season was Mater Dei game. It was my first time being on a big stage, going up against number one team. So I was a little nervous, but I was excited. And prior to this, that week, I had just found out some troubling news, some bad news, which was that my right knee was it was messed up because I had a bucket handle meniscus tear in my right knee, which I'd been playing on for months.
Huh.
You know, so trying to digest all of that, you know, on
Yeah.
top of having a big game like that, you know, it was a lot of pressure on me. So
Okay. Let's talk about during the season. Every young athlete, because you're still maturing, even though we'll get into later on, you know, your congrats and stuff like that. Every athlete like that, the switch flips. You know,
yeah,
which one of those games where you was like, oh, I got this. Like, I know, you have to have some growth after the modern day game. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Of course, that's you guys played the number one team in the country. But which game to you where you was like, oh, I got this, got this?
Um, I would have to say it wasn't specifically a game, but for me, it was more of a season.
Okay.
I would say it would definitely be my sophomore season.
Okay.
You know, because going into my sophomore season, you know, that flip really switched. That dog in me really switched. So I was like, I gotta dominate. You know, I gotta get after it because I wanted to go somewhere with this sport. So I feel like sophomore season was a big season for me, and that flip switching from freshman to sophomore, and
That's
then they just transferring over from sophomore to
Oh
junior. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
yeah,
Once the switch flips, it doesn't come back. You know,
yeah,
for most people, and the only time it comes back is when you decide to retire or whatever. But
yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about some things that you feel that they do at Corona Centennial that gets you ready for collegiate sports. Because there's a lot of guys that go out of there from college football. I'm a big fan of the program as far as the way they practice. Can you talk a little bit about because how you guys practice the mentality, what's expected of you day in and day out, even though you're a big guy?
So mentality, you always got to go out on the field and just work,
Mm.
compete, just go out there, compete. You know, and as far as the program's great. You know, everybody got great work ethic. You just got to work. We go from weight room straight to practice. We just got to get after it every single day. You know, and yeah, that's about it. It's
Okay.
just a great program overall.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's talk a little bit. What was some of the you feel was your biggest games that we might not because it's not like you're a running back or wide receiver or quarterback and we can immediately see the stats. What's some of the
Yeah.
games that you felt like when you got home, Pops was like, "Hey, that was a hell of a game." Because I know Dad watches more interior when you with you there. What was some games that you felt like was like hell of a games for you?
I feel like some games was definitely sophomore year. I'd say game against Chaparral
Yeah.
and Marietta Valley.
Okay.
Seems like those get some varsity reps in. And then I would say the modern day game, you know, because at the time I was playing tackle and I'm undersized for a lineman
Yeah.
right now. So being at tackle and undersized for a lineman, you know, I had to go up against Nasir Wyatt. So at the time, it was like I had to rise to the occasion, which I feel I didn't do too bad against the
Okay.
number one amateur in the country, you know?
Yeah.
I felt like and on a bad knee too. So at the time I felt like I was upset with myself, you know, because I couldn't perform the way that I truly wanted to perform or like to the best of my ability. But I knew that with a busted knee, if this is what I'm doing, then I truly want to see how far I can get with this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talk to me about Pop. Some of the because I got kids that play football, man, and and them conversations between dad and son, they get vulgar sometimes, but at the same time they get like you. I know you guys need that to hear that. Talk about
Yeah,
some of the conversations with Pop. So what is it? What some things you need to hear from Pop? Sometimes you might not
yeah,
even go tell him, but we telling them right now. Some things you need to hear before the modern day game. You need to hear from Pops, right?
yeah,
Before the Bosco game and the semifinals, you need to hear from Pops, right?
yeah.
So what's some things that you look forward to before the big games, whether it's from your position coach or your family or whatnot? Talk a little bit about some things that you want to hear.
Me personally, I just want to get the job done,
Okay.
get the assignment, you know, go out there, ball, have fun, leave everything out there on the field, you know, because you really never know when it could be your last moment, you know.
Yeah.
And for me, that modern day game being my last moment was like I really got to try to leave it out all out there on the field, you know, which is what I think I did.
Yeah.
So I feel like just just words of encouragement, get hype, get after it, go out there, be a dog, dominate.
Mm,
I feel like those are the type of words.
okay. What's one of your go-to songs?
Ooh, go-to songs. I don't really got a go-to song, but I'll have to say some like calm R&B.
Okay.
Just
All right.
just
Yeah.
calm the nerves
Hey,
down.
hey, okay. Yeah, okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Go to the dark sea. Go to the dark sea before it's time to go to war. I got you. I
yeah,
got you. The calm before the storm. Um,
yeah,
let's talk a little bit about what can we expect from you this year, man. It's a big year. You got a lot of seniors graduating. You guys got a lot of offers. You know that you want to ride the rodeo. You might not like the taste of the in your mouth that you guys left off with last year with just
yeah.
one play, but it happens. It's football. It's the art of
Mhm.
war. What's some things we can look forward to this year?
Things to look forward to. Definitely the run game is gonna go crazy this year.
Okay.
From everybody on the line. We
Oh,
got
I don't know it's gonna go
everybody on the line. Everybody on the
okay,
line.
okay. Because I don't know
Yeah,
if it's gonna go any more crazier than Hatchet.
yeah. But hey, all I'm saying is the old line is you're
Hey,
looking
okay, okay. I
it's
like
looking
that.
good.
I like that. I
Mhm.
like that. I like that because that's something I didn't
Yeah.
know. Hatcher,
But
before
but
Cornell.
but for me, I definitely say I'm coming a lot more aggressive this year. I'm taking everything.
Okay,
You know,
I like.
I ain't letting nothing being taken from me no more. I had enough of that, and this year I'm getting after everything. I'm going
Okay.
after it all. I want it all.
We did. We did.
Because now my mentality just grew even more to how bad I want it. And I want it bad.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. You made me a fan of you tonight. If you just tuned in, it's Turf Talk 101, Travon Smith, my man Ikbahl. Inside interior lineman, Corona Centennial, class of 2025. Now let's round it up, man. Hey, the showcase. You put on the show. You did what you had to do. Talk about because Corona Centennial originated in 2008. It was to show off seniors and show off position players. Talk about what the showcase means, the buildup of it. What do you guys prep for, et cetera, et cetera. And then, you know what I'm saying, we'll talk about your accolades coming out of the showcase.
Yeah, so showcase definitely for athletes, just showcase the talent of the athlete, getting after it, going after each other, and it's honestly just great atmosphere, great competition, and it's really a good place to just get after it, practice, show what you really got, like if you're going under the radar, coaches really don't know your name, that's the time to put your name out there on the map.
Yes, sir. And with that being said, go ahead and tell everybody, you know what I'm saying, you got it's your first offer? Not
Yeah, first two offers.
first two offers. You got them at
Yep.
the showcase?
Yep.
Hey, that's why we had a college showcase, baby. For the people that don't know, we don't have college showcases just to say we have 50 schools show up. No, we have college showcases for this reason right here. Tell them where you got your offers to, man.
So my first offer I got was D2 Black Hills University,
Yes, sir.
and then my second one was D1 San Diego State University, which honestly I'm pretty excited about that San Diego offer.
Hey, I'm excited for you because I went there myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Aztecs, baby. But
Yep.
hey, that's just me saying that you got plenty more coming. You know what I'm saying? If you tell everybody who you are once again and where they can reach you at, where they can follow you at, and all the information they need to know about you.
All right, my name is Ikbahl Kassim, class of 2025, 6'2", 295, interior offensive lineman. My Twitter is at Ikbahl Kassim. My Instagram is at Ikbahl58. My number 951-264-0600.
Okay.
I'm available, open on all platforms.
Hey, available for all platforms, especially for the taco shops, pizza parlors,
Yeah.
everybody. You need them to come down and take something to
uh,
Corona. Let them
let
know,
me
man.
know.
Hey,
Big boys got to eat.
big boys got to eat over there in Corona, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. I know you guys just got out of practice. Congrats on the SDSU offer. Congrats on
Thank you.
the Black Hill, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what they say when you grow up, all money is good money. All college is
Yeah.
good money, baby. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, so don't forget about us. I'm going to check in with you during the season and keep up the good work, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem.